We are back for a recall, and this is probably a continuation video of the last job that I done, which was I changed combi valve, PRV, TPRV on the unvented cylinder. Got a call yesterday saying that it's happening again, so I am back today. It's a direct cylinder, so I've got myself two thermostats. I've got the immersions, so we're going to go in, drain down, replace all that, and hopefully that sorts the problem out. Welcome back to today's video. Thanks for tuning in. I know a lot of you are probably away on summer holidays, so if you are tuning in, thank you very much. I appreciate you taking the time out to catch up on my videos. I'm trying to keep them short-ish, like 15-20 minutes max. This one's a little bit shorter because it's midweek. Just something that you can have a watch whilst you're having a bit of dinner or a bit of lunch, something like that, whatever. But it's a recall. We love recalls, don't we? Not. But it happens. If you say you've never had a recall, you're lying. You're lying. Stop lying. Everyone gets a recall. Everyone gets leaks. We just have to deal with it. And that's what you see me doing in this video. Now, I'm not going to go into the depth of the video. I'll let you guys watch and see for yourself what I did and what happened and why I got recalled, etc. As always, there are a few links in my description. I'm working with Rhino Trade Insurance. If you are looking for public liability insurance or business insurance, tool theft cover, stuff like that, check out the link in the description. You'll get 10% off your quote or renewal, whatever it is. You will also get 5% off from Tool Monster store using the link in the description as well. So anything that you want from there, including the Velocity tool bags and everything else that Tool Monster store sell on their website, you can get 5% off. And as always, my Unilite discounts are on there as well. So it's 25% off anything in your basket if you buy anything directly from Unilite. But there are a couple of items which I've got a special price for, such as and it's featured in this video, the RL-5250, which is a lantern light, and that's on offer at the moment. Well, I've got a special offer code for it. You can get it for 100 quid posted, and if you spend 100 quid or more, you also get a mystery gift, so you might get something extra. And if you like my personal favorite, which is the IL-925R, the little pen light, that one you can still get for 50 quid postage. Now, posted, sorry, not postage. Don't forget, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, you know what to do. Let's go on with the video and I'll see you guys soon. Right, this is the next job we've got. We've got a leaking multi-block control valve that needs replacing. We've got the PRV and the TPRV because that's been dripping in there and that's hot, so now that's going, but that's also all going. So luckily I had the pictures sent over to me, and thanks to the good people at Unvented Components, I've got everything I need here. So we've got ourselves a TPRV, new multi-block, so that will go in place of that way, arrow pointing that way, and then we have the isolation valve, so that will basically go into there. That will go in there like that. You see, that's the same size. So this is basically the new version. It comes like that. So just got to do a compression nut there, and then got the PRV. Now this looks like it's slightly taller, so I may need to adjust some of the pipework here. We'll see. But first things first. So that's going up. Which was that going? I think that's going down, so I need to turn this off. This is what's feeding all this. Start draining it down. The reason I've got to turn that off is because I've got to replace all that as well. So I think what I'll probably do is turn that off, replace all that, and then get the water back on to the rest of the property, but then isolate that so then I can work on this. Right, my Unilite's about to die, so
try and make this as quick as I can. So place the PRV. I had to then trim that down a touch because, like you saw, where's the old one gone? Yeah, the old one is slightly longer, but TPRV has been replaced. That's done, that's done, that's done. So let's turn that on, turn this on, check everything for leaks. Nothing running out the tundish, that's good. Okay, cool. I'm going to go and open up a hot tap, let the cylinder purge out, and then as long as we ain't got no leaks, should be good. Right, hot water's coming out of there. Okay, so that's good. That's filled up pretty quickly. Let me make sure that is, yeah, that's starting to warm up a bit. That's the cold. Yeah, that's definitely cold. That's definitely hot. Yeah, that's warming up. Swedish. Okay. Yeah, look, pressure's improving now. Nothing's coming out the TPRV or the PRV. So, job done. Let's go home. We are back for a recall, and this is probably a continuation video of the last job that I done, which was I changed combi valve, PRV, TPRV on the unvented cylinder. Got a call yesterday saying that it's happening again, so I am back today. It's a direct cylinder, so I've got myself 2 thermostats. I've got the immersions, so we're going to go in, drain down, replace all that, and hopefully that sorts the problem out. Tell you what, this little trolley that I picked up from Aldi, I think it was about 12 quid. It's so handy for start this because I'm working a flat. Just loaded everything that I need into there. Velocity bag, I've got on my shoulders. Now this, I can just wheel it in. I think you can still get them off Amazon. They're about 20 quid or something like that. So just look for folding trolley. It's not an affiliated link or anything like that. It's just, I just think it's handy and it might be handy for someone else. So check them out. Right, here we go. This RL-5250, wicked, another wicked light for cover space because you've got 360 degrees of lumens. Now that is still going, as you can see, and that is hot. So that tells me the immersions can't be faulty, they must be working. Otherwise that wouldn't be discharging, it wouldn't be getting hot enough. So most likely it might just be the thermostats. Now remember I told you I saw something else here. That, however, is just in the central heating. So you've got fly and return coming off of there, that's coming down there, you've got pressure gauge there, you've got filling loop there, and we do have radiators here, so it's not all, well, it is electric, but there is still wet central heating coming from this electric boiler. So we've got separate electric boiler and separate direct cylinder. I've got a feeling it's just the thermostats, because the other thing, look, if I turn this off, that, whether it's on or off, so it's got that light on. So I want to check if that switch is working, what's going with the thermostats, because if we're getting heat to the cylinder, then it means the thermostats, I mean the immersions are okay, it might just be the thermostats not working. So let's get the grey covers off, see what's going on there with the power, do some on off from here and see what's going on. Right, immersion covers off. I think I found the problem. Yeah, that don't look good. That is not the thermostat that I thought I had, but it's fine. I just think it's basically, it's fused out, so it's just constantly on. The thermostat is actually cutting off. That also might be why we've got constant power going to the board. First thing, I need to turn the power off with the fuse board and see what's going on with that. I'm probably going to disconnect the cables from that first, put them into Wagos to terminate them safely, and then find out from here what's going on with that switch. I've also open this out, and good thing I did, because look, as soon as I start opening, I could see little scorch marks on there. This switch is all buggered as well. However, this is a 45 amp switch, which doesn't need to be 45 amp because the breaker on here is on a 32 amp. So that, I'm going to change it to a 20 amp so that we've got better protection on it, because I'm pretty sure you want to have the switch on there which is slightly lower rated than the one on the fuse board, because that's 45. That shouldn't be bigger than what's on the fuse board, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to change that to a 20 amp and go and get an immersion. I found Hawk Heating in Harrow, Kenton area. They've got that in stock, so I'm just going to go and grab one. It means I don't have to drain the whole cylinder down and everything. And I'm going to replace that switch as well. So back in a mo. I've got the new thermostat, don't want to drop that screw, and I've got a 20 amp double pulse switch. Right, thermostat's replaced, switch is replaced. Now let's put the power on and test it. So okay, now remember before we had a constant red light on there, which we don't now, so that's good. So now that comes on, and now let's just check on here between 230, 230, 0. Good. Now turn it off. Dead, dead, dead. Good. Right. Job done. And TPRVs stop going as well. I've got another ton dish in there, so I'm just gonna take that out and put the new ton dish in, and then it should be out of here.